Flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're gonna talk about the Innerverse. Now, I want to single out the Innerverse because we know everything go in this little sequence of three. So you got the Innerverse, the Outerverse, and the Universe. But I want to pay a little bit more attention to the Innerverse so we can know what sequence of the three we can tie this to. Now, off the back, you already know we can tie this to the two sequence, the two of the one, which is 1, 2, 3, which becomes one. But at the same time, when we want to break things down, when we want to talk about, we could say the Outerverse was the 1, the Innerverse was the 2, and the Universe was the 3. And then now 3D, the third dimension, is what connects the outer and the inner is the the universe, right? So if you want to break down how to specifically look at it, just look at it like this. You have a sequence of 3 too. Now, this sequence of 3 going so many spheres of realities and so many dimensions, you can break it down in so many different ways. Now, when we break it down into the human form, into the human existence, you have an Innerverse, which is all things inside you. You have an Outerverse, which is all things that you see externally, outside of you. And you have and you're within a universe. Now, what's universe? Unity, united. You see what I'm saying? So that means the universe has to play the role of the connection. You know what I'm saying? Which is the third of the sequence, which creates the surroundings. We know the third of the sequence creates the surroundings. So we know the universe is what you're placed in, right? And within the universe, what connects everybody's inner and outerverse with each other and with all the energies out here is the universe. So that's how you can kind of separate it within the human existence. But I want to pay a little bit more attention to what came second, which was the Innerverse. Now, like I said, like God, if it started with the outer, something outer went in, and then it created a surroundings. And you could break that down into so many spheres of realities. The male go into the female and creates a baby to bring another baby into this realm of reality, into this surroundings. You see what I'm saying? So before we even go any deeper into that, let's basically go into motherfucking the Innerverse. Now, what is the Innerverse? Now, I want to give people a little concept because since this world is getting so left brain, it's hard to understand anything from a right brain perspective. So, but to even express your Innerverse to someone else's Outerverse, so it can go into their Innerverse, and that little quantum field can go through the universe from you to that person. For this to even be liable, right? For this to even be liable, it has to be a situation where you understand that when you are trying to logically express what's going on within you, you're giving your right brain a left brain annotation. So since we're in a reality where the left brain is so energetically pushed out there, people get confused on how to conceive or perceive the right brain. So what happens here is, what I can help you with is, alright, say that's already mankind's fault that they left brain. Well, I'm finna give you some technical left brain's outlook ways how to look at the right brain efficiently so you can still tap into your right brain and not be too left brain. So check this out. Y'all know how all my videos, how I explain the directions within the yin realm and how I compare it to the yang realm, which the directions that you're consciously aware of and the directions that you're subconsciously aware of. So I don't feel like I have to break that down again. So for the most part, well, I got a bunch of new viewers just based upon the last video of Kendrick Lamar. So this, I'm gonna break it down. When in the yin realm, when you want to look up, you feel up. You feel upbeat. You feel like you lighten your load. In the yin realm, when you want to look down, you feel down. In the yin realm, when you want to move forward, you feel like you're moving forward in life. If you want to look to the right, you feel righteous. If you want to look to the left, you feel left field. You feel unusual. So when you want to talk about, that's actual directions, right? So why you think when people be like a person that come into a person's life that sparks a certain mood. It could be an anger mood or a happy mood or whatever. Let's just use an anger mood, an example. Say you come around a person who always make you angry, specifically angry to some situation. Why you think humans always say, oh, here come this person. I hope this person don't take me there. Oh, this person gonna take me there today. Oh, this person always take me to that place. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to go there today. Oh, please don't take me there today. Why you think humans say that, right? Listen, and remember when I was saying about words and frequencies? It doesn't matter which English or what language barrier is in it. Everything is based upon frequency, vibrations, and energies. So frequencies is sound and light. You know what I'm saying? Then sound and light turns into vibration once it has time and experience, which becomes, it became second with seconds, the fluid, the vibration, the soul. Then it can become third, which is matter, solid, energy. You see what I'm saying? Now, what I'm basically saying is, when you actually take the your Innerverse, right? This is like the directions in the yin realm is an actual place. It's a location. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally a location. This is how you have to look at it. Because if you want to see things the way the Lemurians see things, or the way the first civilizations that was amongst Earth seen things, they wasn't vibrating with low megahertz. Their physicality wasn't as dense as this physical reality. So just think about it. You got the power to go wherever you want to go, right? Like I was just making an example, like, oh, the person tell you, oh, don't go there, right? It's an actual location. So just think if you was back here with the Lemurians and shit, and it was less dense, and then your reality was based upon more right brain location than left brain location. Now, say you want to say you feel down, and then you got this expression to feel happy, right? And then you just go ahead and jump into that expression to feel happy. How long did it take you to get there? No time, right? For an example, I'm happy as fuck right now, right? I'm angry. How long did it take me to get there? No time, right? So if you was living with the Lemurians and shit, right? And the Greys and shit, and the Martians and shit, which Martians ain't what Martians people thinking now. Martians is beings from Mars. They're not representations of the way people try to look at aliens and just call them all they're Martians. No, Martians that's another video. But why you think, like, for an example, look at yourself like if you was one of these beings in this time and you was less physical, right? And if the world was more right brain, then we know locations and traveling is going to be more right brain reality. So if it just took me no time to get happy or sad or happy, then what the fuck you think, what kind of powers you had when you was less dense? See, the issues and the problems that they were going through back then wasn't as dense as the problems. Not this, every civilization have problems. But what I'm saying is, the more dense, the more physicality is, the more experience, the more separation that you're gonna witness, less of. You know what I'm saying? But it's still gonna be issues. You're just gonna witness more of it, more experience, more time, more density, more issues, more problems. But the less dense, the less physical, the less issues, the less problems. But it's still, every civilization still had to deal with that. And just in a less physical reality, it was left brain. It was more right brain. So based upon traveling and creating and manifesting was more easier. But based upon traveling and getting from point A to point B from an external point of view was a little worse. You know what I'm saying? Now we get into a place where we can travel externally better, but we don't know how to travel internally, which is the yin realm. So we're being too left brain. It's not a complete balance. See, reason why the past civilizations failed, like the Lemurians and them, was simply because it was too right brained. You see, it was a time where it was a perfect blend. Then you have people, you always going to have people wanting to create chaos and order, which this is where the Galactic Federation of Light come in, when the first energy source was come in. Same way how if you live in America and you hear a lot of his story about the first people who discovered America and how they built upon America. This is the same way how it's a story like this with every country, how every country was built. it was the same way when the actual first frequency was here. Then you have certain other frequency vibrations that attract from that and come to certain locations and feel like they the first to discover that location and create and build off of that. It's this in these times it was less dense, more right brain. So we're still catching those energies to this day. We're just extracting it with a bunch of left brain shit. You see what I'm saying? But it was a time where everything was complete right, complete left, right? Then you have beings coming out of this, right? Then you have a couple beings who in this location who feel like they can take over this location, right? And if it's yin, then it's going to be based upon that realm of reality, based upon creating realities for people. Not actually creating circumstances, creating realities. Circumstances is external. Realities is well, circumstances is right brain, realities is left brain. But when you create a reality, it comes from the right brain, and it has to be shown external to someone else for someone to see. That's a portal or realm of reality to go in. But it came from an inside. So when you got a bunch of inside, aka internal, aka yin beings, creating a bunch of realms of realities and putting them out externally because they didn't felt like they was the first to come on that land. Now when I say this land in the yin realm, back when things was less dense, less physical, these was realms of realities. These was lands. Portals, realms of realities is lands. Landscapes. You see what I'm saying? And then when you got a group of beings, group of spiritual beings that's less dense come to a land and they feel like they discovered it first, they create an outlook around it and then give it out externally for a bunch of other less beings to be up under, right? And then the more beings they got given attention to that program or realm of reality, the more energy that realm of reality can get, and the bigger and more powerful and more influence it can have. And it can cover more land. This is, you see what I'm saying? So if you want to break it down left brain wise, this is like America and shit. And countries and them trying to get more land and less land and fight over resources and shit. Back then when things was less dense, you're not seeing no external resources. You're seeing the true divine resources. These motherfuckers was fighting over this shit. See what I'm saying? And divine resources is inward. Now look. Now check this out. It's like we lost the ability to travel within. So like I said, the times we're in now, we're learning new ways of how to travel externally. Like, and I'm gonna give you a concept on how you can find God. If you want to find God externally, it's gonna take you longer to get there. Internally, it takes you faster to get there. Like how I was just explaining. The faster you know yourself, the more you know yourself, the closer you are to God. So it's like when you travel outward, it's going to take you longer to get to yin realm type things. So when you travel left brain, which you're consciously aware of, what's external, what you can see, you walk into the store, driving to the another city, taking a plane to another country, whatever. Externally, external stuff, these are faster ways to get there from left brain. But yin realm stuff, it's going to take you longer to get there. So yeah, we know internally Mercury is thinking and communicating, how you analyze. All you got to do is practice and meditate on better ways and more efficient ways of thinking, communicating, and analyzing. And your spirit and soul will be on Mercury. You will be on Mercury, right? Now, so it's faster to get there in the yin realm, right? Now, externally, we can physically see Mercury. Astronomy. Astronomy is left brain. Astrology is right brain. Now, externally, it takes us way longer to get to Mercury. It's gonna take us how many goddamn decades or whatever, or years or whatever, to get there from a spaceship. So, if we knew how to completely combine our left and right brain, it would be a situation where we could bring Mercury to us, or we can actually teleport there or something like that. But we're going to get there. The more and more people start watching my videos, the more and more energy and attention that these thoughts I'm giving out get, the more orb and more powerful influence it have, to the point that if it cover enough locations a distance from a left logical point of view, from a geographical location, cover a large amount of population of people, and if it travel and get enough energy and to cover a mass amount of the energies in the right brain, which is how people should feel and emotionalize these concepts, then we're going to actually be able to do this. You see what I'm saying? But we ain't if all the energies are so scattered. And you have intellectual beings who create in realms of realities and programs for people's souls and spirits to go into and give all that their energy. See, we forgot how to travel out. I mean, we learned how to travel out and forgot how to travel in. See what I'm saying? You want to live on Venus? Go get something that you can value and appreciate. Love it. I mean, super love it, to the point that you can't love nothing else. Appreciate it, value it, relate it to yourself and others. I mean, overindulge in it. You're going to live on Venus. And you're going to see the harsh and the good times of Venus. The same way how your physical live on Earth. You see the harshness of people physical getting ripped apart and illness and sickness and stuff. But you see the benefits of health and growth and wisdom and stability. That's the earth qualities you're gonna witness on Earth. Now go live on Venus. You can't physically live there. You know what I'm saying? Not because it doesn't have an Earth energy on Venus. You know what I'm saying? It just has now Earth and Venus, all planets share energies, but they got their own ramifications. You got a physical representation because you live on Earth. Earth has the power of physical representations. Say you want to live on Venus. Your physical gonna live on Earth, but say you want to live on Venus. Super indulge into something, over appreciate something, overvalue, over love something, whether it's a person, place, or thing, and you're gonna live on Venus. You're gonna witness the harsh realities of Venus, and you're gonna witness the good realities of Venus. The harsh realities is overindulging, getting taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Getting your love de-appreciated, right? You're gonna witness harsh shit on Venus. Right? But the good shit you're going to witness is you is going to get appreciated sometimes. You is going to get love. You is going to experience love. You is going to experience value. You is going to experience harmony. You is going to experience fairness. So, you ain't living on motherfucking Venus? Now, you're not supposed to stay in one location. You got to move around. Like I said, if you want to live on Venus your whole fucking life, you're going to witness the harsh realities of it also, which get taken advantage of. You want to live on Mars? Right? Have some intentions for something. Have a willpower for something. Have a desire, right? And I'm giving you examples if you want to only live in these places. You live in all places at once in this realm of reality. But what I'm saying is, I'm giving you examples if you purely want to live somewhere, you can. But you can get there faster by traveling here. And when you get there, and if you live somewhere purely, listen, you're going to start to see the lack of appreciation of earth qualities, because you're going to start seeing the lack of appreciation of the value of the body. Like you might stop taking baths, stop being clean, stop caring about practical things here of how to live. You know what I'm saying? If you live solely on one planet, you're going to say you solely live on Mars. Now I'm giving you an example. Say you solely live on Mars. Say you want to live on Mars and you don't want to live nowhere else. Well, take your dumb ass to Mars. Get a willpower about something, a passion about something, a desire about something, and an intention, right? And then go straight forward. Don't think about nothing else. Don't think about loving somebody. Don't think about your relationships, because that's happening in Venus. Don't think about your physical. Don't think about your growth and what you perceive consciously, that because you tapping into Earth. Don't think about what's reality and what's stable, because you're tapping into Saturn. Don't think about what kind of wisdom and knowledge you have and because you're stepping into Jupiter. Just so have an attention about something. Right now, you're gonna live on Mars. You're gonna witness the harsh realities and the good realities of Mars, because you solely live on Mars now. So look, you're gonna witness a lot of oppositions, a lot of aggressive people at you, because people gonna look at you like you don't care about no one else's goals, no one else's passions, no one else's intentions. So people gonna oppose you. They're gonna think you selfish or something like that. Boom, boom, boom. But the good things about it is people gonna be like, oh, this person attacked their goals though. This person got willpower. Oh, this person got attention. This person got a serious passion, right? But look, say if you solely live on Mars, what happened? You ain't attaching no wisdom and knowledge from your experience to your intention. So you're gonna seem dumb at what you actually attacking, because you're not attaching no Jupiter, right? It's not going to be able to be, your attention is not going to be able to be loved and appreciated and related to by others, because you know why? You're not making it relatable. You're not tapping into Venus, right? People not even going to see what you actually intend to do on Earth, right? Because you're not attaching it to nothing external or nothing that can grow, or something that was physically, materially made. You see what I'm saying? So when you live solely on one planet, you forgetting the energies of the other planets. But me explaining this is letting you know how you got all these energies jumping through you. You know what I'm saying? Earth, you're on Earth. Astrologers, stop being naive to the point of being on Earth. Earth is an energy just like Venus, Mars, and all that. That's why you got a physical. You wouldn't, if Earth wasn't in this solar system, motherfucker, you wouldn't have a physical body. You wouldn't be able to make a mirror to look at to see your motherfucking physical representation if there wasn't a motherfucking Earth. Stop shitting on my bitch. Stop shitting on Gaia. Stop shitting on Torah. Because if you want to be technical, when everybody want to say woman is a god or whatever like that, look, Earth is a woman, a female, Torah, and we're inside Torah. So this is where all the womb talk coming from the female talk come from. And then when people try to tie it to a higher density and try to tie it to the universe and melody and all that shit, this is what I mean when I say they're getting out of hand. They're not consciously knowing what they're talking about. Because when you start to tie it like that, you have no choice but to get into race, and then you have no choice but to start to get back into some 3D shit. And it's not about that. The wound and all that talk is strictly Earth. Stop shitting on Earth. Stop trying to give Earth, Gaia, Torah. Stop trying to give her power to shit you know nothing about. That's what you're doing. If you are a species in the Earth realm, in a lower density realm of reality frequency, yes, you come from a woman. You are in the woman womb. You never came out of it. You ain't out of Earth. So all this trying to tie to this womb and women talk to other, look, don't go there yet. I'm going to take you there. But we ain't there yet. There's a lot of other shit to build on. For the sake of, that's why I brought that up. We got to build on that before we can get to there. Like I said, I know real melanin beings. And them motherfuckers ain't got nothing to do with black people. You see what I'm saying? Now, when we want to talk about the Innerverse. The Innerverse is all things that's inner. You know what I'm saying? It's yourself in the inside. It's you coming into yourself or you going into something. Yin. This is where yin. Y-I-N. You know what I'm saying? U-N. You know what I'm saying? So, what happens here is all things that's inside of you, your soul, emotions and feelings, your vibrations, your seconds, your experiences, your memory, your emotions, motion. You know what I'm saying? For you to move through life, experience, time. You see what I'm saying? Time is the experience. You're not experiencing time. Time is the experience. Now, what happens here is, and when you look in the yin realm, those locations and knows how to travel. This is why, alright, this is why you're supposed to surround yourself with people who are more in your location. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I was saying in the previous video, you could be in the same location as somebody, but having two totally different experiences. Now, this is why your Innerverse, right, is within inside you. When you choose to express it, you bring it to your outerverse. And when other people receive it, the only way they was able to receive it with their antennas, which is their senses, is when the energy orb of what you just brought out from your Innerverse,